Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models. Yes! Honestly, it feels so good to say those words again. It's good to be back. I'm just gonna rant and rave and do my normal stuff. Painting. Yes! And I really hope your years are coming along well so far, and that you're gonna paint along with me and rid your world of unpainted models too. As always, huge shout out to Cody Rue. Adam, you missed a spot. This week, I'm going to be starting my Ork Kommandos painting project. 30 Ork Kommandos and Snick Rot. And then I'm just going to keep going. I have like 200 and something orcs to paint this year, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get started. Yes. Hey everyone, so I'm back. Let's have some fun. Let's paint some models. Yes! I'm excited. Hope you're excited too. So, I'm working on a bunch of commandos, as you can see here. Snick Rot. Awesome. Loved it. I went with that one. I like the half helmeted Snick Rot. Looks so good. I prepared them for the slap chopping. And I have a bunch of them to do. As you can see, they look awesome. I love the sculpts. As I said, I felt bad, complaining about their sprue, but it is honestly the worst sprue I've ever put together. So, I appreciate the comments for people comparing. And so yeah, I'm going to be slap chopping these guys today. I'll be starting with skins. I haven't decided what skin tone yet. I am debating between two skin tones, to be honest. This one is using Mantis Warriors Green, and then some light highlights. I like the combination of the yellows, and it's very vibrant. But this one's very plain. I like this one too. This one on the left is more like my standard color scheme. This is using Ork Green, Ork Flesh. And then just a couple of quick dry brushes. So I'll probably do a combination of the two. Why not? Just paint like 10 and 1, 10 and the other, 5 and 5. I don't know, some combination. That way, just two different orc flesh tones works for me. I think it looks good either way. Yeah, and then maybe I'll make a video contrasting them. No pun intended. So I'll be doing that today. I'll be starting to paint some orc flesh today. Obviously, I don't even think I'm going to get done today because of the amount of just painting in general that I need to do. Right, so we're going to get just started one model at a time. And this year, I'm not going to try to do the model a day thing. It was actually a lot of fun last year. I just don't have that mindset this year. That's okay. That's such a 2024 thing. I still can't believe it's 2025. That breaks my brain sometimes. Yeah. And as I said, I'm back. I took way too long off. I had to clean up my office temporarily for a bit. And I'm back. And I really wanted to come back. And the thing is, I actually have 10 videos pre-filmed already. I just don't know how I'm going to edit them and put them out. All from when I was away. I was filming still, a little bit. So, I have some videos, and they're all painting related. I'm going to do the occasional topic. I really enjoyed last week's worst sprue video because it was just fun. And it got a good response, and it was just fun to make. So I'm going to make some more. And go from there. I have no idea if this is a helmet. I think it's a helmet. I think that's the helmet line. It's really hard to tell with these guys. This is definitely going to destroy this brush. Whatever. So, yeah, what else? It's winter. Life is pretty uneventful for me in the winter. Yeah, I paint a bit. I chill inside because that's what I do. There's really not, like Canadian winters, most things I do outside is just shoveling the driveway, snow blowing. I'm not a really big winter sports person. Or a sports person, I guess, in general. But yeah, not a big winter sports person. Not like I hate them or anything, I just never got really good. I do have skates, I can skate okay. I'm Canadian, it's a requirement. And what else? I skied a tiny bit. years ago, but no, I'm not a big skier. I wanted to get snowshoes. Every year was kind of the pipe dream of my wife and I. Just we get snowshoes and we're like, okay, we're thinking of getting snowshoes and then become snowshoers. Never do it. I think she kind of realized eventually she's not really an outdoor person. You know. Yeah, not really an outdoor person. Cool. Look at that. So that guy's on his way. Oh, what I love about the contrast paints, again, it's an easy time stepper. It's a wash and base coat in one. So there's one. Let's grab another guy. I'm just gonna grab random guys. And that didn't sound good. But that's that's a different story. And also I'll paint some darker green, some lighter green. I haven't decided what my color scheme yet. I can do both. So I hope all your projects are coming along in internet land. I painted a bit last year. Even after I stopped making videos, I finished up my Necrons. I just didn't do a final video showing them off. But yeah, Necrons are done. So that's good. After the Orks, I really am down to like a handful of Space Marines, maybe a little bit of Grey Knights. But of course, by the time I do the Grey Knights are going to have a whole new... Like, I'm assuming the Grey Knights are getting a new range this year because they are by far the most outdated army for the Space Marines. Like they need new models. They're older, so I'm hoping and praying that they get new models this year. Yeah. So we'll see. I would anticipate because right now there's nothing Primaris size for Grey Knights. They're not, and even the Space Marine, like the Terminators are significantly bigger for all the other armies. So they're going to get some new Terminator models, I'm assuming. Maybe some even bigger models for the, the extra wound Terminators. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Of course, Orks. I really did want to play Orks when the Orks Codex came out. And the Orks were good. They were like solid for like 2 weeks. It was cool watching them destroy things for 2 weeks. And then, they didn't. Like, they got hurt so quickly. First of all, they got nerfed in the rules update, or, the balance update. And then they got hit really hard in this new edition, and now they're kind of like an army that needs a little bit of a bump, I find. I'll play Orks regardless, because I don't play to win. But it's just, Orks were good for like 30 seconds. It was pretty fun. So, and then they're like, nope. Horde armies in general took a real beating in this new, I find in this new rule set, like the latest edition of the objectives and stuff. So they're kind of working on fixing that and balancing it, which GW does. I give props. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Haven't gotten many games in of the new rule. 1 or 2 games. That's it. The new objectives. So I'm figuring I'm going to keep painting. Also, with my Orks, I can't play them in a tournament until I rebase all of them. I'm going to make a video about that as well. Yeah. Shirt. Okay. These Kommandos, they do really look cool. I like the definition. I love the look of them. And again, they're not the most competitive models right now, but that's okay. I'm painted, so if I ever want to play them in a game, I can have them in a game. I don't know if I've decided really what color I'm going to do there. I might just do my standard army color scheme. We'll see. Cool. Another one done. It's really easy to batch paint when you're doing this. I know it's just one color. These are really busy models. There's going to be 8 colors probably per model, so grab another one. I just love the definition of these guys. They look so cool. Great looking models, but just nightmare sprues. Yep. The funniest thing is, I find this a lot. I've been gone for so long, I can sum it up to minutes. You know, just what has happened. Christmas was fun. I just relax. Last year, after I stopped making videos, I'm pretty sure I had a couple family members visit me. It was a lot of fun. I haven't had family members visit me in forever. Nope. Many years. Pretty sure it was before the last time someone visited me was before my marriage to my first wife. So, yeah, a long time ago. And it was really cool. My sister brought her daughter, who I've actually never met. She had her just before I left Ontario, and I never saw her because at that point I already sold my house and I was prepared to move, and I didn't have the time, unfortunately, to drive all the way to where she lived. So I never saw her. And I never got to meet my niece. And so it was really cool. And of course this year, actually, my other sister had a little girl too. So I give myself a few years to meet that niece too. You know? Yeah. It was really cool meeting my niece. And I showed them a really good time. I now have Atlantic Canada down to a fine art. So I have like all the touristy places in my head. And then I simply, I realized this a long time ago with my wife's family, is give the tourists the options. You say, hey, here's some really cool things. Do you want to do any of these? Don't design everything for them. Now, of course, like my mother had always wanted to see whales. And my sister really wanted to take her daughter to see whales. And she'd seen killer whales in BC once. But she had never seen, here in Atlantic Canada, we get, there's types of filter whales, right, called baleen whales. And we get, the smallest ones are called minkies. The middle-sized ones are humpbacks, which are always the most photogenic. Everyone loves the humpbacks, right? They're just... they're always the photogenic ones because they have the tail and then they jump out of the water and splash, and they're typically more exciting, so people really love the humpbacks. They're not the biggest whale in this area, but they're awesome. People love them. And then there's very, very, very rarely now, they used to be very common, we get North Atlantic right whales, called NARs for short, NAR, which to me is just how Kiwis say no, the NAR. So we get NARs. And then finally they're called finback whales or razorback whales. And finback whales are actually, they're not very photogenic. Like you just see them go up and down. It's hard to really gauge how just giant they are. But they're huge. The only thing bigger than that is a blue whale. So they're the second largest mammal in the entire world. And I love them. I love the finback whales. They're just, as I said, they're hard to gauge the true beauty and size of them, I find. From the just from the size, from the scene, because obviously there's a fin and a little bit, right? So, but yeah, they're beautiful. So I did. They wanted to go whale watching, so I made sure I booked it well in advance so that we had the whale watching. I booked it early in the trip too. But that's the other thing. Make sure that the important things go at the beginning of the trip, so that way you can get them for sure happening. Because if it got canceled, I can reschedule later in the trip, right? And that was cool. And we went there, and honestly, it was the best. I've been whale watching I think 8 or 9 times since coming out here. It's what we take all of our friends and family to do. And so I've seen it a bunch of times. And I've seen humpbacks a few times, and they're really cool. And of course, it was honestly the best time I've ever been to for whale watching. My brother, when I took my brother my brother visited me last summer. So I do apologize. That was the last time, my first time in a long time. Then my brother visited me, and then my sister visiting was the second one with my mother, and so it was the coolest experience. There was one whale that just kept jumping out of the water, and it was amazing. So they loved it, and even my niece, I chilled with her the whole time. She was just in awe because she could see it. Like, it wasn't just like, hey, look over there randomly, and it was a very cool experience. That was really awesome. And then, as I said, I always just ask my family, what do you want to do? Because there's so many things that you can do, but a lot of the time they just want to chill, and that's okay. Whatever they want to do. With my wife's family years ago, they came and visited us, and we had this whole week's vacation planned for them, because they really didn't want to plan anything themselves, and then they hated it, most of it. And the things that we thought they would love the most, they hated the most, and the things that we didn't think they would love, they loved. So going forward, like, okay, hey, person who's coming to visit us, here are some options. You let us know, and we will gladly do it. So that's the art of family visiting in Atlantic Canada. There we go. This is awesome. Coming along. We're 15 minutes in. And, these guys are looking good. I realize I missed a few. Whatever. I missed one from primed. Whatever. I'll do that after. It'll turn out okay. And what else? My brother, he came and visited me again, and we took him to Cape Breton Island, which is it's an island that is it's an island, but it's attached to Cape Breton. I should say not really Cape Breton Island, Cape Breton, which is an area of Nova Scotia that is kind of like an island. It's hard to describe, but yeah, it was cool. Just a week of relaxation, which is what I needed. Sometimes I get so caught up in my work that it just burns me out. So that's why I'm glad I'm back to painting. It just gives me my zen again. I really needed it. I need my zen. So I'm glad I have my zen back. I hope you all are finding your zen somewhere too. I have been playing golf. I've got a membership at an indoor place, which wasn't too expensive. I've definitely earned my money on that one. So I can play golf in the indoor. I'm not a very good indoor golfer. I find it's a very big learning curve. Those who play it, you know what I mean. Yeah, but it's been cool. Yep. All right, 1, 2. Cool. Next one. Actually, I'll do him in the other color. This one. And yeah, I'm just enjoying the year so far. I've been trying to reduce my costs, which is great about painting, because other than like the paints, obviously, and I ran out of plastic glue, but the hobby's there already. Like I can paint for hours and hours and hours for free technically, because it's already been paid for, So that's been good. Yeah, trying to cut down on my costs. Just reduce life expenses. I finally canceled my cable, so that's good. That saves me a bit, and I don't watch a lot of TV anyway. So my favorite time of the year is honestly Christmas time. I am a stupid fiend for Christmas baking shows and Halloween baking shows at Halloween time. It's just my favorite time of year for like baking challenges. I don't know why, but I am addicted to those things. So, yeah. So once that was over, I'm like, done. You know, I don't need to... I don't need to really have TV anymore. I do watch baseball, but I can watch baseball some other ways. Plus the Jays, oh my goodness. I know I probably have LA fans in this viewership, but oh my goodness, come on LA. Leave some players for everyone else. Like, I feel like the Jays have made a couple of good moves. They need to renew. They really need to extend Vladdy. That's the sign of faith. They've had one or two couple good signings. Santander, Max Scherzer, some okay bullpen arms, you know, but not like obviously the LA Dodgers just bought up everybody who's good. The top like 5 pitchers went to LA Dodgers, and it's creating this super team where they're even cutting players that are better than other teams' players. And I get both sides, like they're abusing the system, but it's not their system, right? They're just abusing the system, taking advantage of it. And yeah, it's going to lead to a lot of problems. I can see it coming. There's going to be a lockout because again, half the teams can't compete. Right? When a team's spending $1 billion because they have a lot of TV and rules and stuff. So yeah, good for them. They're going to become the villains of the league. You know, create a super team. Yay. You know, so put that there. Sorry. All right, next guy. So baseball this year might be really boring. We'll see. I don't think the Jays are going to be uber competitive. Well, again, the problem is now the American League is kind of up for grabs because every insanely good player is now playing in the National League. So, you know, there's always that team to compete to get to the World Series. And you had a chance and a high likelihood of losing to the Dodgers. These Commandos just have so much character. My favorite model of all the Commandos, I'll show in a second. I don't think I've painted him yet. No. Is there's a guy who looks identical. They basically refreshed the sculpt from the Commandos from 2nd edition, which I still have, I'm pretty sure. The guy with his gun and his beanie hat. So that's really cool. I'm happy that the beanie guy, he's my favorite. Oops. I'm using darker colors anyway, so that's all good. Clean those up. My favorite guy is this guy. Where is he? I only have one of them, I think. This is my favorite guy. He is really close to the old sculpts. Did I only build one of them? No. Maybe I did. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he just looks so cool. I had to make at least one of them. Maybe it's him versus another guy. Oh, there's one that's unprimed. I pulled an Adam. I missed a spot. There he is. I'd have 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's okay. I have some more guys to prime later. Missed a few. But I have so many guys right now on the go that 9 and 10. I love the Beast Snake Boys as well. I've never had any Beast Snake. I'm painting a lot of guys I've never painted before. Like I've never painted Commandos. I've never painted Here's another, yeah. I've never painted Commandos. I've never painted Beast Snake Boys. I've never even painted Flash Kits, which have had their time in competitive nature too. So that's really cool. Yeah. Here we go. They're very covered. There's not a lot of exposed flesh for these guys. They're very covered. I don't think I've decided what color I want to paint them. It should be like camo. I don't know if I've decided that yet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, a few more. I don't know how long I'm going to paint for today. I'm getting back into it. My back is still a little out of whack. From golfing, actually. There we go. But that's okay. The key is just to sit down, take some time out of my day, paint. Because just take this moment and appreciate the Zen and enjoy it, you know, and get closer to having no more painted models. Every model's one step closer, right? So, how cool is that? So let me know, obviously, how your projects are coming along in the description, in the comments down below. I'm just glad I'm making these videos again. Really, they're very cathartic. Very, yeah, living my best life. That's what I'm painting. Cool. What other guys do I want to paint now? Maybe a few more. Yeah. I like these guys rolled up sleeves. Maybe I should go orange. That would be cool if I went orange and black pattern in to look like the old Commandos. That kind of a throwback look. I could do that. Like the orange camo. Next time I'm probably going to paint their pants. Paint pants. My one soft goal is maybe to get my channel remonetized. We'll see. It's never been about the money. I just really want to put it towards a new computer. My computer is just not doing well. It's no longer getting support from Microsoft because the parts are so old. Maybe one day. I want to get like a Mac Mini one day. Okay, I think that's enough of the dark greens. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One more dark green for sure. I'm watching hockey, as always. I'm Canadian, legally obligated. Leafs are doing pretty well. I think as of today we're in the second in our division, but win rates were first because the team in front of us has a game in hand. Florida Panthers. And if the season ended today, we'd be up against the Sens, which would be brutal. They're actually gotten good. The Sens have never been good. They haven't been good in many, many years. Sorry, they have been good occasionally, but not in years. So they're hot. And the Leafs have a problem getting out of the first round. They're kind of the Jets. For those of you Jet fans, the Leafs last won the Stanley Cup just before the last time the Jets won the World. The Leafs won the Stanley Cup just before the last time the Jets won the Super Bowl. So that's how long it's been. Right? The moon landing happened the last time the Jets won. So we know your pain. Leafs fans, know your pain, Jets. Leafs are still good. We make the playoffs. You know, but we don't win in the playoffs. We lose. We have made it out of the first round, and we've only made it out of the first round one time in like 20 years. So, and the thing is, not everyone hates the Jets. Everyone hates the Leafs, which is pretty funny because like everyone hates the Leafs like people hate the Yankees or the Dodgers, because again the Leafs tend to spend money, but the thing is there's a cap. So, yeah, they spend a bit of money, but they don't break the rules as bad as like Vegas with their long-term injury reserve issues or Tampa Bay Lightning with their long-term injury reserve abuse. Cool. There we go. I think that's looking good so far. Let's change up greens. I want to do a light green. This light green, this what's it called? Mantis Warriors green. It's actually very nice and bright. Has a yellow tone to it. Pretty cool. That's my chair making weird squeaky sounds. Yeah, this will definitely be the Gretchen tone. Because Gretchen. I love this little Gretchen. He's so cute. There we go. Oops. The Gretchen. Maybe I should paint on camera. Good idea. Good idea, Jay. You know? Yeah, I love painting. I don't mind painting to a tabletop standard. It's fun. I love slap chopping too. It feels so productive. You know, I can do a shade and a base coat at the same time. Pretty cool. Okay. It's one squig, two. 3 squigs, there we go. I'll be working on these guys for a while. If I can get anything, even kind of a couple steps done before next week's Paint with Jay, you know, that could be my thing. Maybe a whole month now of painting with Jays on the same squad. We'll see. Because I have a lot of big squads to paint. You know, I have 30 Kommandos, and I have 30 Beast Nega Boys. So, I was Stomp at one point. Yeah. What else is exciting? Not much. I don't, I really don't do a lot of social media. I've really been trying to cut off social media, to be honest. It's been too toxic. really, really, really toxic lately. You know, politics and stuff is just getting out of hand to me. So I'm just chilling. I'm not being a part of it. I'm so much happier when I'm not. The only time I do ever look at social media is really for, like, again, pictures of my nieces. You know, it's my sisters are obsessed with Facebook for pictures of their daughters, because then it's a way of showing, and I can go, okay, that's my nieces. You know, easy way of keeping up. As I said, I don't think I'll meet. It was really cool meeting one of them, but I don't think I'll meet the other one for a long time, if ever. Oh, that's a sleeve. Whatever. Adam, you missed a spot. Apparently Adam has just been missing spots rampantly. Just rampant spot missing since I was making videos. And it's my job. Like, I take it very seriously. Like, Hugh, and only Hugh can prevent Flores Friars, right? Only I can prevent Adam from missing spots. Without me telling him he missed a spot, apparently he just misses spots. And I'm worried that, like, he's going to go bankrupt because he misses so many spots. His livelihood is on the line. In fact, I might even name this Adam, you missed a spot. I should do that. Adam, you missed a spot. For the record, Adam, if anybody wonders who Adam is, Adam's Greenleaf Terrain Adam. He used to watch my videos. I don't know if he still does. He used to. And he used to watch my videos, and it was just pretty funny. So one day I was like, Adam, you missed a spot, just to throw him off. And it's pretty funny. To me, it was at least funny. So I did, and I still do it today. It became a tradition. Like, shouting out to Cody Rue. I don't actually know if Cody Rue watches the videos, but if he does, awesome. He doesn't paint. So, painting with Jay would be useless. He could just listen to me, I guess. But it's all good. Oops. I don't know, overpainting, but whatever. I can clean this up. A few easy steps between, you know. I'm going to start with the lighter colors anyway, so. And we'll see what these guys look like for next week's Painting with Jay. If I can get a decent amount of coverage on these models, that'd be awesome. You know, this guy kind of looks like Wolverine in one of those X-Men movies. Cool. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, you know. These orcs are looking good. Very good, you know. Look at that. Look at that. Don't you think? I met a newfie the other day. It sounded like that. Don't you think? I think so. Don't you think? The newfies are... I love talking to Newfoundland people. Newfies, they're amazing. Favorite type of people. By far. The newfies. Great dog too. But, oh my goodness, I love the way they say think. There was, don't you think? I think so. I think so. Don't you think? I think Adam missed a spot. Don't you think? I think so. You know. How are you now? Let's see. How are you? How are you now? Look at that. Don't you think? Love them. These guys are coming along. This is awesome. I'm gonna have the skin tones done. Maybe I might do the orange shirt. I bet I have orange left. Oh, I might have to. That would be so awesome for me to do orange camo. As a tribute to our orange camo. I don't know, I'm going to think about it. Maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Don't you think? It always feels great to be making videos again. It's just an amazing feeling. And honestly, the best part is how I'm not trying to make a living off it anymore. When you gave up that, it puts the fun back in. I find the people who are really fighting hard for their livelihood, they're always making videos, and they always seem bummed by the end because they burn out. They don't want to make videos, they do it because they have to, right? And for me, I do the videos because I love it. And I love doing it. It's fun. Don't you think? So, I decide which skin tone. Probably Snickrot will be darker. I think Snickrot should be, because Snickrot usually has very dark skin. As I said, I'll clean these guys up between steps and go from there. But in the meantime, I think, or tink, they're coming along. Yep, look at that. With the excess, at the area. Cool. Very cool. I got 2 skin tones basically done. 40 minutes in. There you go. I have some interesting video ideas. I actually filmed several videos while I was away. In fact, I took a lot of your suggestions. Yeah, most of your suggestions. Like the coolest one that I'm excited to do, I just haven't figured out how I'm going to edit it, is I challenged myself for half an hour. Half an hour with, like, literally from start to finish, I picked up a model in half an hour. How far could I get? How did it look after half an hour? And I tried slap chop and airbrushing primarily. And obviously, the airbrush one, I still used a bit of a hand brush, and I still used a bit of hand brush, of course, for both of them, right? But I slap chopped one of them because slap chop is a technique involving certain paints, and airbrushing is a technique using certain paints. So just how they compare. And obviously, I had to find the perfect model for this, because if like an orc boy like this, hand brush slap chop has such a win. Just like a rhino, an airbrush has an easy win, because you wouldn't slap chop a rhino. That wouldn't look good. Large flat vehicle with no crevices, no, wouldn't look good. So I had to find a model that was a medium size, because the smaller the model, the more a hand brush would be favored, and a larger model would favor airbrushing. And it had to have a certain amount of detail, right? Because, again, like a large flat model, airbrush. A model that is tiny and tons of detail would go slap chop, right? This is where it really excels. The more detail in the model, the better slap chop works. So I found them, and I realized it. I used Catan shards. I had a couple. And so I used my Catan shards, and it was a perfect size, because it's a medium-sized model, and I'll show them in a future video. Paint, airbrush versus slap chop. And I know like slap chop is on its way out again, because everyone did it to death, but it's a video I think that people wanted, and so I made it. It was suggested by you, the viewers. So I'm going to do it. I didn't actually think the worst sprue would get so many views. It's actually one of my most successful videos since coming back. But of course, you can't really ever predict what's going to get views. That's why I don't try to redo the lightning in a bottle situation. I just try to focus on what people want me to make and what I like to make. Of course, there's like even to today, most of my videos that get views in a normal day are somehow painting related, mostly contrast related, very few are rules related, very few are reviews, because these days the reviews change every 40 seconds, it seems. You know, most codices are out of date before they even come out. So by the time you get it in the mail, it's already out of date, which is crazy. Look at that. So I'm going to let these guys dry for a bit, and then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep painting my orc flesh over the next week or so, and I can't wait to get them all done. So I'm going to end now. So that concludes another Painting with Jay. As you can see, I got pretty far. You know, it's a great start. I'm probably going to be working on these orcs for the next few weeks. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going, having fun. I love contrast painting and speed painting / slap chopping. These models, they work out really well. They turn out really awesome. And I'm glad I'm doing 2 tones for the skin tones. I like that. I'm going to see which one I like more in the end as well, and just go from there. So stay tuned for more Painting with Jays. I really hope you got some stuff done. Leave comments in the comment section down below how your painting projects are going. And yeah, stay tuned for more episodes of Painting with Jay. Till next time, Jay, say happy painting with me.